Okay, this is the continuation from part one, and for some reason, um, I my meme wasn't showing. Here's the meme. Where is it? Okay, so next example is the podcast, which is here. Um, I'm gonna play a little bit of it and like the first 20 seconds or something. So I had never done a podcast before, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna maintain my audience entertained. So I used my friends to make a podcast, a natural podcast. I learned how to talk fluently with my partners while being recorded, and yeah, in the future, I know that me and my friends can make a good podcast, and we could make a a good YouTube channel out of it. And I'm gonna play 20 seconds of it. Guys, welcome back to my podcast. My name is Juan Carlos Cantu.
My name is Renato Ruiz.
My name is George Morales.
And my name is Carlos Rodriguez.
Yo me llamo Bonio Garza.
And today we're gonna be talking about my original construct. And my first question for you guys is, do you guys need to read every word in a passage to understand it?
I would say.
Okay, so that was a little peek of the podcast. The podcast. So moving on to my fourth question, which is, how was your understanding of the feedback process developed over the course of the semester? So my first example is the essay. So and I think this was one of the first feedback sessions we'd had, and honestly, I thought it was kind of useless and dumb at first, and throughout the class, I understood it was super useful, and basically it ended up being one of my favorite things to do in class, because I gained a lot of ideas and perspectives, and this made me work and well, just basically get more ideas and do my essay in the future. I'm looking forward to having feedback sessions in other classes, because it really helps a lot to get perspectives. Okay, so and here is the feedback I got from my partners in the classroom. It was 1 page and 2 page. That helped me a lot with my essay. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to my next example, which is the meme. Damn, I really didn't know how to start a meme. Yeah, I watch a lot of memes, but it was super hard to create one. And here before, I was lost and I didn't know what to do. In the present, I got feedback, and with that feedback made a meme, which my audience liked. And somewhere here is my feedback. Wait, here it is. No, here it is. And yeah. And for my third example, which is the podcast. Well, I didn't know how to start a podcast either, and in the present, with the help of my friends and a lot of feedback, I did a whole podcast with them, and it was really entertaining to hear. In the future, I know that I will be able to do a podcast with them, and of course, I'll be using feedback for many assignments in the future. For my fifth question, and this is the final question, two things that I really enjoyed the most out of this classroom, and they really helped me. It was probably the essay and the podcast. Not the meme, honestly. The meme was just like fun. It was funny, and it was, yeah, it was fun. The essay helped me a lot because I didn't know how to write with perspectives, and I ended up doing a great job. Well, that's what you told me, Bonnie. I got a 10 out of 10 in my essay, and it just shows how much how work pays off, because I spent quite a while of hours into that essay, working on that essay, and it just shows that it paid off. But yeah, one of them was my essay, and the next one is the podcast. I'm really shy at talking in front of people and in front of a computer or phone. I don't know, and that really helped me a lot. Um, as I said before, my friends helped me a lot. Just not being shy and asking them questions and just going with the flow and just being natural throughout the podcast. Um, well, I'll just add the before, present, future to the things I've said. So for the essay, well, I didn't know how to do a research paper or just use perspectives in general. Now I know how to use perspectives and how to write an essay. In the future, I'll be using perspectives for sure if it's a research paper or just one or two examples. And for the podcast, I was super shy and I never thought I would be doing a podcast, but I did. The present, I did the podcast, and then yeah, in the future, I don't know if I'll be making a podcast, but if I have to, I know it's possible to do a podcast because I've done it before. Well, I did it in the class, so yeah. Um, that's it for my final. I hope you liked it. Yeah, I really liked your class, and thank you.